Hello and welcome to the Phillips 66 Community Stadium for this National League North fixture between Harrogate Town and Leamington FC. Leamington FC 2 points off the relegation places and dropped 2 vital points last week against North Harrogate United, where the man beside me, Jack Edwards, who's joined me for the commentary, was sent off in, let's say, dubious circumstances. And that's the only change to this Leamington FC team. Joe Magunda comes in for Jack. Tony Breeden in goal. James Mace continues at right back. We'll have Jamie Hood and Junior English in the centre. Conor Goodger at left back. Then Magunda, Gittings and Clark in midfield. I assume Callum Gittings will take the slightly more forward role. We'll ask Jack about that. We've also got Dunbar, Kane Felix, who's been very impressive since signing, and also Daniel Udo, who's impressed since signing on loan from Crewe Alexandra. On the bench, Richard Tawndry, Ahmed Obeng, Liam Canavan, Curtis Revan and Stefan Moore. For Harrogate, they're only 5 points off the top of the table. In for his first start for Harrogate Town is John McComb, the young centre half. Got Belshaw, Burrell, Swain, Falkingham, who spent some time in Scotland actually as captain of Dunfermline Athletic. Liam Kitching, George Thompson, Jack Emmett, Mark Beck, Dominic Knowles and Joe Leasley. Firstly, Jack, before we get into things, we must mention, not in the team this week, but she picked up a 3-match suspension from last week. Can you tell us what exactly happened?
It's still a fairly sore subject from a personal perspective. I mean, I need to learn from my mistakes, and I've done it before, and I'll probably do it again. But in the heat of the moment, I raised my hands, but I think it was a fairly dubious sending off. I think a talking to from both parties would have sufficed, but that wasn't the case, and I've got to live with my consequences and hopefully make up for it when I come back.
Leasley with some space. Cross it in, it falls into penalty area, shoots, and good save by Tony Breeden, cleared away by Junior English. What a fantastic save from Tony Breeden. That cross there from Leasley found a Harrogate name, I think it was from Dominic Knowles. And Tony Breeden makes another save. Mark Beck getting his head to that one. Already we said they're a physical side, Harrogate, caused some problems. You can find Magunda, who clips this forward towards Joe Clark, who misses out, and Harrogate will move forward now and under pressure. Good play from Clark. It's Falkingham, cool, calm and collected, will find the ball, but Goodger will intercept. Now Udo will try and get ahead of that, but McComb clears forward. English, can he get his head to this? And he does, he clears that backwards, but only falls to Leasley. Leasley now up against Magunda, takes onto his left foot. Magunda does well to shepherd him back. Leasley takes a past Magunda again, but still on the ball. He looks out wide. There's some space here for the right back Burrell. Now into the middle, and the ball nearly falls to Falkingham, and there's space now. So Burrell left to it, shot over the bar and over the stand. Burrell found some space on the right side of the penalty area. It fell to him, lots of space. First time shot, tried to curl it into the top corner, didn't quite make a good enough contact with it. Might have been a little bubble before, and it sails over the stands. 2 men on the wall. Kane Felix and Kieran Dunbar. And they'll be taken by Leasley. Swung in, straight towards Breeden. Breeden comes out, gets a punch to it. It will fall to Emmett though, on his left foot, shoots into the stands. Now a goal kick to Leamington. And Breeden did get a fist to it, and it felt nicely for Emmett. A chance, again, just a little bit off balance. I didn't quite execute well enough. McComb in there with Beck, Knowles, Kitching, all physical presences. He put it into the box high, and Beck will try and get his head onto that. McComb does, and we eventually collected by Tony Breeden. I don't know, James Mace wasn't quite sure what he was doing there. It was cleared forward flat by Breeden. He can't find Udo. Falkingham in towards Knowles. Is he offside? No call. Beck firing forward. There is Leasley, puts that high into the box. Goodger from behind. Thompson shoots, and it's into the side netting. Goodger let that float over his head. And out of nowhere came George Thompson, who hit that very sweetly just into the side netting. Throw in into Emmett on this right hand side. He fires through, he's past Gittings. Emmett on his right foot, clips into the area. It scores! Beck scores that one. Mark Beck with the first goal for Harrogate Town. It's a fantastic ball in by Jack Hammett. He beats Gittings, gets a good ball in. It's hard, it's low, and Mark Beck arrives at exactly the right moment with a fantastic finish past Tony Breeden. Harrogate Town go 1-0 up.
Yeah, massive shame. I have to say, I was thinking there that a few of the lads looked a bit tired. Tells against a full-time team, which Harrogate are, and a good finish, great cross, good finish, and a good build-up play. Is what they're all about, really.
it shows the quality that Harrogate Town hold, I guess. But, they're second in the table for a reason. They've got a lot of players with Football League experience, and you can see there that Mark Beckett's a bit of a journeyman, but you can see the way he's playing today. He's kept Hood off the ball, he's held the ball well. Most of the play comes through him. That's a fantastic finish to put Harrogate 1-0 up, and now Leamington will have to come from behind. And now here comes Leasley. Has to track back here as Thompson is in so much space. Thompson on this right hand side. Goodshire trying to catch up. Knowlson back in the area. Put into the area. Hood. Is it a handball? No, it's not. I think Knowles got something on that. There was claims against Jamie Hood for a handball. Very, very close to him. It's going to be a corner kick to Harrogate anyway, but there you can see Goodshire firing up the hood. Put that ball in, but there's no one in the box really. And then you can see the pace and the power and the energy of George Thompson to get down the other end and create the opportunity. Be another corner here for Harrogate Town. Swing this one in. Towards the back post. Breeden comes up to claim, punches that way. Thompson onto his left foot. As Thompson fires this, good save by Breeden. And English clears away. Good save down to his right hand side again by Breeden. Thompson having another effort at goal. Mace gets there first. Dunbar will clear this forward. Just straight into Swain. Now into Emmett, who takes it past Clark, and there's no free penalty. Would have been a penalty there, right on the edge of the area. It looked like there was contact between them. I think the accusation was Clark potentially having an arm down, but I'm not sure that's for a penalty. I think Leamington would have been unlucky, I think, in the physical nature of this game, to have a penalty awarded against them there, especially given the work of McComb at the back for Harrogate as Green clears forward. Yes, indeed. I was trying to call it a foul now. Against Beck, the goal scorer. And that will be a free kick to Leamington. And it's another good position to put the ball into the box. I like Connor Goodshire range actually, but he's standing off this one. But there's a substitution. Callum Gittings is going to come off. And on comes Liam Canavan with his bouncing long hair. We'll see what he can bring. He brings some quality, I think some composure on the ball. 5 men in the wall. Joe Magunda hanging back. Dunbar over the wall and straight to the keeper, but it's saved. And Canavan scores! Canavan scores within 15 seconds of coming onto the pitch. I don't know what happened in the keeper's mind there. I think Belshaw has completely misjudged that Dunbar free kick. He ends up completely the wrong position, had to scramble back. The ball nearly fell to Udo, it didn't quite, but it fell to Liam Canavan for his first touch after coming on 15 seconds before. And Leamington have their equaliser.
Yeah, a bit of a scramble in the end, but I've seen Kieran do it time and time again in training. He hits the ball in a way that I can't, not many people can, and it moves, and you can see it move, and Balford in goal really struggled and just palmed it straight into the Leamington player's path.
But now Harrogate will have to chase that win now, as they will not want to drop 2 points. It would be a drop in 2 points for Harrogate in their chase for automatic promotion. Emmett, left hand side, a ball whipped into the area. Beck will try and get there, but it's a fantastic physical football from Joe Magunda. He does a brilliant job to get in front of him, with Beck, frankly, all over him.
Every time I like Joe as a player. I love playing with Joe. He takes some emphasis off me from those aerial battles.
So Harrogate Town take this as Thompson over this one, and then swinging corner takes this towards the front post, and it falls into the net, and that's finished I think by Kitching, the centre back, and Leamington a minute or so after equalising through Liam Canavan's first chance. Kitching has scored for Harrogate Town. It fell all the way through, it bounced in the middle, you can't let a ball bounce in the area. And then a scrappy goal in the circumstances, but Kitching in the right place at the right time to make it Harrogate Town 2, Leamington 1. And Paul Holleran, and frankly the Leamington fans will be furious. If
Paul had any hair, he'd be pulling it out. To concede that quickly after scoring a goal, it happens. It does happen, but you've got to really make sure that you switch on, you concentrate. And I was watching the build-up. It's a good corner in again from that man, the same man. He's put the ball in on the spot every time. And in the end, an easy finish.
So Mace will fire that all the way back to Tony Breeden, who'll first time hit that with his left foot, and Daniel Udo will try and compete with Kitching. Kitching does well, so Udo does very well actually. Clark into Udo now, on the edge of the area, finding some space. Good job. Back into Clark. In the centre of the area, now there's space on James Mace, and Dunbar's out wide, but it's a poor collection, and now Leesley, one-on-one with Mace. Leesley, can he beat Mace for pace? Mace stays with him, Agunda now as well. Who will Leesley look for? He'll recycle it now. To Falkenham. To Emmett, who takes that away beautifully from Clark. Emmett driving forward now, one on with Hood, shoots, and Breeden keeps it out brilliantly. It's a very good save by Tony Breeden. Not only did he get down well again to his right for a low, hard shot from Emmett, he also made sure it didn't go in the way of Beck, the goal scorer earlier on. It's away for a Harrogate goal kick, but very good keeping from Tony Breeden. But actually, Emmett again driving away from Joe Clark. More legs in the midfield potentially needed, Jack.
Perhaps, yeah. I think just tells time and time again, fitness pays dividends. Full-time team in Harrogate are looking the sharper still.
Canavan will try and bring this down. Fantastic first touch for such a big man. As English brings that down under pressure, clears that forward. Carrying gets another touch. Daniel Udo in behind on Kitching. Daniel Udo on the edge of the area, takes a shot, shoots, and it's into the stand. It's a clearance forward by English. It's flicked on, and Daniel Udo finds himself for the first time behind Kitching. Kitching closes him down very well. He isn't able to bring it down to where he'd like it. Take a swing at it. A good contact, but into the stand. Swings it deep, it nearly falls, it's going to go in, no, it just tips over the bar. A fantastic save by James Burlshaw. I think Mace got the final touch on that one eventually, and then Bush had to scurry back and make a good save and tip that over his bar.
Yeah, great ball in from Richard. He has got that dead piece. I know we've already had Kieran, who's now taken this corner, but Richard's really got that quality from a set piece perspective.
All three changes made for Leamington, none for Harrogate. It's fired forward. Hood commands that one, and Dan Udo will chase against new centre back Armadobe now. Armadobe driving in the middle of the field, can't quite get away, and Falkenham finds some space. It will be cleared forward by Leesley. No, it won't be. It's a good play from Goodger. Goodger now firing forward. Now it's Daniel Udo. Goodger on his left. He finds Goodger in the box now. Daniel puts it in, and it's saved. Dunbar. Canavan. Oh, Joe Canavan has missed. What was a sitter. He had the first sitter, he had a second sitter there. Kieran Dunbar crossed it back across goal, it's deflected away. It fell to Liam Canavan, and frankly, he really should have scored that. I know the pitch isn't the best quality, but that is an awful miss, really, from Liam Canavan. That was the chance. Goodger broke away well. Great tackle from him. Udo welcomed him. It was a good ball across by Goodger. Dunbar then found it again, and chance fell to Canavan. And frankly, he could have scored. Should have scored.
Yeah, and it's not like him. Normally you'll sort his feet out, but that's a glaring miss from Liam Canavan.
There was Leamington's chance to equalise, but they're still in it. That breakaway showed their pace. It's all the way through to Knowles now. Knowles, one-on-one with Breeden, under pressure from Mace. Knowles on his left foot, shoots, saved, and it's in. Goal scores through the legs of Breeden. Breeden got a touch, but straight away from the goal kick after that chance from Liam Canavan, Harrogate take the game away from Leamington FC. Those are the kind of turning points you get in a game. Those are the kind of turning points you get in a season. Leamington could have been 2-2. It could have been equal against a fully professional side. Canavan missed it. But then, at the other end, it was a very, very good finish. I mean, Junior English firstly misses the header. Knowles gets in front of Mace, gets in front of Hood. And he loses his feet almost. Tony Breeden closes him down well. He squeezes it through Tony Breeden. It's 3-1 to Harrogate.
Yeah, that really takes the sting out of the game. I think Leamington's starting to get on top, starting to create chances, and it's happened so many times this year. We're so frustrated when we get on top of a game, we don't manage it in the right way, and defensively we really shouldn't have conceded that.
Daniel Udo will chase this one. It falls for Kitching, who clears away. Daniel Udo gets there first though. Udo wins the penalty. Daniel Udo has gone down under the pressure of the second goal scorer, which is Liam Kitching, and Daniel Udo has won a penalty which Liam Canavan is putting down on the spot. Is he? No. We'll see who takes this one. Of course, Thompson Brown, who was usually the penalty taker, he's gone now. We've seen Breeden take them in the past. Who'll step up for this one?
Liam Canavan's the nominated penalty taker. We've had it in the past where someone's taken the ball off someone else, so we know exactly who's taking the penalties now.
Canavan then, one-on-one with Belshaw, right-footed. The Leamington fans behind the goal. Which way will Canavan go? Canavan comes in, charges, shoots right, saved by Belshaw. That was the chance, and it's gone now. It's not a great penalty, to be honest, and now Phillips will get in behind. Phillips onto his left foot, has taken away from him and collected by Breeden. It's not an awful penalty, it's hard, it's low, but at the end of the day it wasn't quite good enough, really. And Belshaw keeps it out. A good save. An opportunity missed again by Liam Canavan, who's had a tumultuous 20 minutes. Again, good defending by Harrogate, and Goodall pressure Thompson, who gets away from a few players. Pressure from Clark, he clips this forward. Hood heads that away. Falls to Emmett. There's a clip out to Milgrew. Hood will close him down. Milgrew on this right hand side. 1-on-1 with Hood. Armand Dominguez there in support. Milgrew onto his left foot. Finds Knowles. Sorry, Simon Ain. No, so it's Leasley, the danger man. But also big. He gets it away. Turns well. Gets onto his dangerous left foot. Shoots slightly off balance. Wide of the post. Milgrew then, having some space now for Harrogate. It's carried forward. Emmett will chase, but will fall all the way through to Breeden, who has the last kick of the game, and that's the final whistle here. Harrogate Town get a vital 3 points in their season. Leamington FC will look at chances, particularly from Liam Canavan, that could have had a crucial point for theirs. It ends here in the National League North. Harrogate 3, Leamington FC 1. Jack, thank you very much for joining us. What will the mood in the dressing room be?
I think very disappointed. I think there's an opportunity there today to take points off what is a very, very good team. They'll do very well in this league and probably the league above, so shouldn't be too disappointed. Just fine margins at the important times.
So Paul, obviously a bit of a disappointing result for you and the lads against a very good Harrogate side. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, listen, there's no doubt about that. They are a good side, but when you're playing good sides, you've got to go the extra yard. You've got to, like we did up at Harrogate when we were there. And first half, it was plainly clear to see that that all over the pitch we were too deep. We didn't get close enough. They imposed their game on us. We didn't impose our game on them. And it was all too easy for them. And there was an element of me, I was sort of glad to get in at 1-0 to try and ask a few questions and jiggery a little bit about. I thought then second half, we've come out more prominent, we've got about them, we've got higher up the pitch, and we played with a bit more belief as well. We passed it through the pitch, which I thought we bypassed it too much first half, and got the goal to get back in the game, and you're thinking, here we go, this will be interesting now, because you could see we were on the front foot. Sadly, listen, key times in games and managing games. Obviously, we've just scored a goal, got them a little bit on the back foot, and it's a big period. Then the stats will always back it up that teams that do score goals are vulnerable, and we then have on a couple of occasions not cleared our lines when we could have done. And what you want to do when you've scored a goal is try and play in the right areas, try and be clever and buy yourself a free kick, take this thing, get everyone's emotions calmed down and go again. What we did was just basically huff, puff, panicked, and then we haven't defended a set play. And listen, it's quite clear for everyone to see how many big players they've got. So we've had to work hard on that, and in general we've done all right, because when you've got Leslie's quality, the left-footed boy who puts a ball on a button, and you've got the targets they've got, it is difficult, but we did well for most of that. But sadly, a minute after the goal, we're where we are again. We've then had great opportunity. We've still had good opportunities then to get back in the game. I think the classic one was when we've had the double treble chance to make it 2-2, and then from that resulting goal kick or whatever it was has gone straight up the pitch between our two centre halves, and the kids rolled it into the net, and you're just standing there thinking, what is going on here? Penalty misses, all the rest of it. But the problem we've got at the moment is, and it's sadly it's been reoccurring since Christmas time, is that, and it was similar to last week, it's too, we can't, the goals we're conceding are just comical, and for us to compete and to stay in this division, You know, we've got to keep the back door shut. We've got to get back to keeping some clean sheets. It's got to be harder. We're always chasing. We're playing a full-time outfit with quality players for this level of football. Players at the left side, lad I mentioned, you know, they've turned down big, good players. We're not in a position to be giving them 1 and 2 goal starts. We're not good enough to do that. Now, Harrogate wouldn't be good enough to do it to us. So, at the moment, whether it's North Ferriby last week in the first minute, were sloppy. Today, second and third goals, sloppy. Whether we talk about Alfreton, sloppy penalties. Whether we talk about Darlington, sloppy at the end. It's time and time. And all we're doing at the moment is making things really difficult for ourselves. Because in between that, we had some good spells in the game. And in between that, especially second half, you could see that there were spells in the game where we were as good as Harrogate, if not better at times. And you can see there's something there. But at the moment, until we find a way to cut out the individual errors, the collective errors, to start managing the game better, for certain individuals to do better in periods, then it's going to be what's already a tough task. This division is going to get harder, you know, and that's where we need to be. And we can't afford to defend. We can't afford to give Harrogate 2 goals from set plays when the corner and obviously the goalkeeper straight kick down the pitch. Can't do it. Harrogate ain't going to do it to us. You know, you've only got to switch it around the other way. Every ball that we put up there, we're fighting and scrapping for. Every ball in the box, there's bodies everywhere. They're throwing themselves, head injuries, whatever. And so at the moment, I suppose we've just it's crept into our game. It was there early doors. We thought we'd eradicated it, and at the moment we're sort of taking 1 step back, 1 forward, and 2 back, really. And certain individuals that we've had a chat about have got to do better. They've got to do better because at the moment, I have, as ever. We've got a squad of players. We try and keep that. You know, we're not a revolving door here. We sign players. We try and give them time. We try and work with them. We're giving people opportunities, but they've got to take them. This is step 2 football. This National League North now was probably like the old League 2, sort of 20 years ago. The way it's developed and the sides in it. And if you want to be part of it, you've got to step up. And at the moment, we've got a few who aren't. So. We'll have to see where we go from here with this one. But no, that was elements of the performance pleased with. I wasn't pleased with the way we started, and I'm absolutely, like you say, the goals we've conceded are just woeful. And you know, on the back of, like you say, conceding a minute at North Ferriby last week, which we have to learn. Individuals have to do better, because if they don't, it's my job to replace them.